Far, far away in Little Peach Pond, there lived a guppy named Huck Fin. All his friends called him Huck. His absolute best friend was a spunky little turtle named Shelly. They'd been best friends since they were both eggs. Huck was no ordinary guppy. When he was just 7 years old, he was given the job of making sure the most terrible, evil, dangerous villain to ever step foot in Peach Pond never escaped his cell. Dr. Scum had terrorized the citizens of Peach Pond by blocking out the sun with his army of disgusting green minions. Huck was the only one able to defeat Dr. Scum by trapping him and all his followers in an indestructible fortress. Day in and day out, Huck patrolled Dr. Scum so he couldn't escape. But after a while, it seemed like nobody appreciated his hard work. Even the minnows swam by on their way to school without giving him a second look. Nobody cared anymore that he used to be their superhero. He was just old news. Why should I stay here every single day and watch Dr. Scum while all my friends are out there having fun? Huck said to himself. He decided to go on a little swim to visit Shelly the turtle, who always made him feel better. Hey, Shelly, he said glumly.
What's wrong, Huck? You seem really blue,
she responded. I just feel like nobody cares about me anymore. I used to be the most famous fish in the pond, and now not even the worms pay attention when I swim by. I just want to do something important again. I have an idea that may make you feel better. Maybe you could see the land above Peach Pond, she said. Wait here for me while I go grab something. And Shelly was off. A while later, Shelly came back with a small red bucket in her mouth. What is that thing? Huck said. He had never been outside the pond before, so this crazy object that she started to fill with water was completely new to him. When the bucket was filled to the top, Shelly scooped him up and put it on her back. It wobbled to the left and a little to the right, but Shelly quickly used her flippers to steady Huck so he didn't topple over. Huck peered up from the edge of the bucket and was amazed at what he saw. Huge, feathery things flew above them. The sky was so blue. How had he never noticed it before? But most of all, he was shocked by how much space there was. In his little pond, he swam to the same places every day. Now, even when he tried to look as far as his little eyes would see, there was still no end. This place is huge, Huck said to Shelly, almost jumping out of the bucket in excitement as he saw a waterfall a few yards away. Be careful there, buddy. The world is a beautiful but dangerous place. You don't want to run off by yourself. But Shelly, I want to stay here. Why would I ever go back to that boring old pond when the whole world is above the water? Huck was determined to find a new life out here on land. Huck, we can explore up here as long as you want, but the surface world is really no place for a fish. You belong under the water with your friends and family. You're an important part of their lives. Just as Huck was about to make another argument, he remembered something. Shelly, I left the key to Dr. Scum's cage on a hook right in front of the door. You don't think he could... Huck! What were you thinking? Dr. Scum is an evil mastermind. We have to go back. Shelly raced back as fast as she could to the pond, but turtles aren't the quickest animals around. It seemed like forever before she finally got back to the muddy bank. Huck peered out of the top of the bucket and looked at the water. What used to be a crystal clear reflection of the beautiful blue sky was now a dark, dirty, bubbling green pool of goop. In horror, Huck hurled himself out of the bucket and into the water. It was so dark that his eyes took a while to adjust. As soon as he could see, he went straight to the source of this disaster. Dr. Scum spotted Huck, pointed with a grimy hand, and yelled, Aha! Huck Fin! You thought you could keep me locked up forever. Well, your little mistake has just cost your friends their precious sunlight. His minions were everywhere. They multiplied by the second, tearing down plants, swarming all of Huck's friends, and blocking more and more of the sun. It seemed like there was no hope. But then Huck took a big gulp of water and shouted, Dr. Scum, let's finish this once and for all. Dr. Scum laughed in Huck's face. Ha ha ha! He looked at the fish and saw nothing but a scared little guppy. Just as the last ray of sunlight was about to disappear, Huck opened his mouth as wide as he could and charged at Dr. Scum. In a desperate attempt to save himself, Dr. Scum launched a huge bubble of dirty green goo right at Huck. By the scales on his fin, he managed to dodge the blow. There was no stopping little Huck Fin. This was his moment. He let go of all his fears and flew through the water like a speeding bullet. In the flip of a tail, Huck swallowed Dr. Scum whole. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. The bravery of this little fish and the loss of their leader scared all of Dr. Skunk's minions straight out of the pond. The sunlight was instantly returned and shined as bright as ever. All of Huck's friends swam up to him as fast as they could and hoisted him up in a huge march. They all chanted, "Huck! Huck! Huck!" as they paraded him about the pond. "I guess you guys really needed me after all," said Huck. This would be a day everyone would remember. The day that little fish with the little job made a huge difference. He was indeed important to this small pond in Georgia.